Hi guys, this is Dr. Ellefsen coming to you from Kinesis Health Associates. We're doing our second episode on posture. So this is a 4-part series on posture, and this is the second one. We're tackling posture head on today. So when you look at posture, we can look at from the side, from the front, from the back, but we are going to be talking about the head on posture. As you can see these buildings behind me, well, it's pretty foggy today, so we can't really see the Halifax skyline very much, but there are a couple of buildings on this Dartmouth side of us. And you can see they're nice and straight. It's very important that those buildings are straight. Engineers put a lot of work into making sure that they are straight, and that's the safest way for gravity to be pulling straight down those buildings. If there's a slight lean, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, there's gravity. It's always pulling and putting strain on the structure of the buildings. So it is very, very important that the buildings are built straight and stay straight. And if there is a problem, it definitely has to be addressed. The same thing with our posture. We have to look at that. You may not realize with things like low back pain, hip pain, foot pain, and even knee, neck, pain, all of these problems can originate from problems with our posture. So it is very, very important that we look at this. And that's what we're talking about today, is how do we address the underlying problems of posture? Why do we see this front-on posture abnormality? And even problems with a foot can actually cause poor posture. So if we have a foot that's excessively pronating or rolling in too much, this can actually cause a drop in one of our hips or our pelvis side, and this can cause a compensating curvature, what we refer to as a scoliosis or a functional scoliosis in our spine. And this can lead to back pain, upper back pain, and neck pain. Sometimes people don't realize these mechanical problems in their feet, knees, and hips that are causing this misalignment and posture curvature referred to as a functional scoliosis that actually causes this back pain. Sometimes they don't notice until they actually start jogging or running or involved in sports. And so whenever I play sports, my back bothers me. Whenever I play sports, my hips bother me. And sometimes it is this underlying misalignment that is causing the posture problems, which are then leading to the back pain or the other symptoms once we become very active with the body under stress. So one thing I mentioned before in our first episode is we look at the posture from the front. Many times we don't really take note of that. There's been so many times I talk to people and I take their posture and I show them a picture of their posture, and one shoulder is much lower than the other and the hip is lower than the other, and they can't believe it. They say, I never noticed that. Even though they look in the mirror every single day when they brush their teeth, they do their hair, whatever it be, they're just not aware that there is a posture abnormality until somebody actually points it out to them. And this is something that is very, very important for us to be aware of, and that's why I want to bring people's attention to. Have somebody look at you, as I said before. Have somebody take a picture of you from the front, from the side, from one of those angles, and you can actually look at your posture and sit down and say, hey, there is a problem there. But there's so many times I've had mothers break down into tears that have been with me to have their children just generally assessed. And when I actually point out to their mother when the child is standing front on that there's this curvature in their back and their spine and their pelvis is misaligned, they're like, how did I ever miss this? I see my child playing on the beach all the time. I've been bathing them for their whole lives. And how have I missed this? And not that it's causing the child many times pain at that point, but it is something to be aware of. And sometimes these problems should be corrected and be addressed as you move forward. So this is someone we do look at a posture from the front. When we do have abnormality, a lean from one side or a lean to the other side because of a misalignment in the pelvis or the hips, this is what we refer to as a functional scoliosis. The spine itself is reacting to something else that's happening. Just like if you stood on crooked ground or had one shoe on and one shoe off, your spine's automatically going to change its curvature and change its positioning. And this is a response of the body. And over time, if that persists, it can cause muscle imbalances and it can cause joint irritation and excessive wear. Just like your car being out of alignment, it causes the same thing. And we look at it even from an aesthetic point, with posture, you can even see when you don't smile. So just like your teeth, some people will have bad teeth or crooked teeth. They just don't want to smile very often. Well, with posture, you can't hide it. It's always there. And so it is one thing that we should be aware of. In many cases, that can be addressed and corrected and looked into. Also with posture, when we look at this, there is a structural scoliosis issue that takes place. And this is a developmental issue. Sometimes the spine develops abnormally, and this is not something we can do a whole lot about to correct. But in many cases, the symptoms that are associated with that muscle tightness and soreness and stiffness in the back and the neck, many times that can be addressed and related and managed as we go forward. But a big part in addressing posture and moving forward looking after posture is to have it assessed and to actually have it properly managed if it can be managed or treated. So we actually incorporate our Posture Perfect program where we do an assessment, we look at 3D posture alignment and overall posture assessment from the front and the side, and then from there we actually can determine what exercises need to be incorporated, what kind of treatment might need to be incorporated to correct posture. Almost like putting braces on teeth, we can do a lot of exercises and corrections to address posture from the front on. On the next episode I'll be talking about is posture from the side on. This is one that people are quite aware of. Have problems such as text neck, sitting at a desk for too long period of time, and it's directly correlated with a lot of upper back pain, neck pain, and headaches. So it is a big issue and a big problem that we're seeing these days. So we're getting to that more on our next episode next week. Take care, and thanks for joining us at Kinesis Health Associates. Do you need to get a hold of us? Please contact us at 902-464-2225 or kinesishealth.ca. Take care.